Okay, my low can be summed up in the following. Staying up till 10 o'clock at night after having a second COVID shot don't mix. They don't. At all. Because holy cow, it's never felt so physically taxing for me to get ready to do a video before. Like, ever. Not even close. Like, literally, well, here's the thing. I sort of felt a little bit nauseous this morning, but that sort of went away. Tiredness is what's really getting me right now. Like, seriously, it's doing all I can for me to stay awake. My right arm really hurts, but in my defense, that's because that's where I always get my shots in. I mean, I'm left-handed. I want to be able to make sure I use my left hand pretty well. I mean, not that I don't mean obviously use my right hand for stuff, but man, I cannot lift my arm past my head. That's how painful it is. Holy cow. This is really starting to get to me. And like, seriously, being in this position is the most comfortable I've felt in so far. Like, if I move even a little bit, it's going to hurt. I mean, I feel tired, but I don't feel as if anything's going to, kill me in the next 24 hours. So there's that. And not to mention, I want to say that, I literally just said, staying up till 10 o'clock at night watching The Masked Singer wasn't worth it. But unfortunately, that's my high. Because The Masked Singer was great. It was real great. I mean, considering that it was 2 hours long, featured the Super 8, and was a double elimination, yeah, I'd have to say this was good. This was a very, very, very good episode. So, with that in mind, my act of kindness was, that's what was my act of kindness. Oh, right, I did some errands for my grandmother. That's what it was. Anyway, good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. Man, am I really tired. Seriously, I could literally, fall asleep right now. Holy cow. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and power through this. Oh, man. This is not good. I feel as if, a truck ran over me. Or something like that, because I feel like Luffy when he doesn't have any food, I feel like that, sort of tired, hungry, a little bit thirsty. I don't know. I guess that's just me. Right, I need to talk about The Masked Singer, don't I? So, I literally just said The Masked Singer featured the Super 8, which consisted of the Piglet, the Robopine, the Chameleon, the Yeti, the Russian Dolls, the Crab, the Seashell, and the Black Swan. And right off the bat, everyone had fantastic performances. Piglet had a great rendition of The Pretender by the Foo Fighters. Robopine did Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye. Chameleon did Regulate by Warren G, featuring Nate Dogg. The Yeti did Lonely by Justin Bieber and Benny Bianco. which, if I recall correctly, I think Tom the Shadows said that was like one of the worst songs last year. Everyone is still up in the air as to who the Russian Dolls are, because there's clearly 4, maybe 5 people, maybe even more, we don't know. They did a 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars, which, you know what? Even though Bruno Mars sang that song on its own, the way the Russian Dolls did it, it worked. It really worked. I would say that the Russian Dolls had probably the best performance of that night. At least by my perspective. Crab did a In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, which, let's just say if you're a South Park fan, Phil Collins is a huge no-no. I've always been a Timmy and the Lords of the Underworld kind of guy. Anyway, Seashell did I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany Dorfish. And Black Swan did Use Somebody by Kings of Leon. Or Leon. I don't really... Some of these bands and people, I have no idea who they are. I mean, some I know who they are. I mean, I literally just talked about how I know about Bruno Mars and Phil Collins, technically. And who doesn't know about Justin Bieber? Or the Foo Fighters. Actually, come to think of it, I know quite more of these artists than I even thought. I mean, once in a while they're going to do a song that I don't know from a band I don't know. Again, Use Somebody by Kings of Leon. I don't know that song. Or, let's go back to a week ago. Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack. I didn't know that one either. So it's a matter of perspective. Anyway, with the double elimination, that means 2 contestants are going out. And surprisingly, they were the Crab and the Seashell. I think I'm starting to sense a sort of theme with that. Got rid of all the sea creature ones first, you know. And it turns out they wound up being people that I sort of know. The Crab wound up being Bobby Brown, who was a singer, which, okay, I sort of know who he is. But the Seashell, that's what really surprised me, because that wound up being Tamara Mari, or as us kids from the 90s would know, Sister, Sister, Sister. Yeah. I know. Of course, who hasn't heard of that show? Seriously? That was, I mean, I never really watched it, but I know a lot of people did, so. I mean, again, I was a little boy. I was into little boy things, and anything that was live action did not interest me at all. That's why, like, a lot of people, actually, you know what? That's my reason why, like, a lot of, like, the Disney Channel shows are just bad. Like, they're trying to make live action into a cartoon. It doesn't work. Just make cartoons like Disney was known for in the beginning. I mean, you kind of had, seriously, like, think back to Lizzie McGuire, for instance. If the show featured, like, the cartoon version of Lizzie McGuire and, like, just 22 minutes of that, that would have been fine. But no. I mean, it made Hilary Duff a star, and Hilary Duff is cool, so it's got that going for it, I suppose. Right, I'm talking about the Masked Singer, aren't I? So, that leaves the remainders being Black Swan, Chameleon, Piglet, Robopine, Russian Dolls, and the Yeti. With Yeti being the last wild card, who is still in this competition. Any guesses on who any of these people are? No. I'm literally just about as stumped as anyone else could be. But I'm having a lot of fun watching it, which is nice. Can't really fault the show for anything like that. Oh, dear. Although, they finally revealed who Kluckle-Doodle-Doo is, or Kluckle-Doo is, the guy in the rooster costume and the guy in the chicken costume. I think they'll probably save his reveal for the very end. But it'll be very interesting to see who ends up being, because for those of you who don't know, Kluckle-Doo has been giving hints to the audience that not even the judges are aware of. So, seeing those hints has been very, very interesting. And adding more to the show. It's like what Nick Cannon said, just when he thought the show couldn't get any weirder, it does. It totally does. And I'm not gonna lie, that's why I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Seriously, sometimes even my arms are kind of hurting me a little bit. But I'm good. I'll just sort of have to go I'll do things at half speed today. How's that? So, actually, I'm doing things at half speed right now. I should probably get on with my day right now. Before I forget. Anyway, that's all there is today. There's no new episode of Howlins by my knowledge. There'll probably be like a Truth or Dab or something. Or maybe there'll be like a quick rematch with the Wings of Death, I suppose. But I'm not expecting much out today. Howlins just finished its 14th season. I think it's earned itself a bit of a rest right now. At least, I think so. Yeah, see, now I know how tired I am. I actually feel more comfortable leaving my eyes closed. I'm still talking like I'm awake. Unbelievable. Oh. Hey, let's go, y'all. Right. Totally Not Mark is going to start reading Hunter x Hunter. That'll be interesting. Although, I feel... See, I've talked about my share of Hunter x Hunter before. I never really got into it. I never watched it, never read it. Partly because I know what the backlash behind this series is. Specifically the fact that it's not finished yet. And Togashi, the author and creator of Hunter x Hunter, has yet to finish it. In fact, it's been like 3 years later this year. And at this point, every day it sets a record for like the longest hiatus for a manga chapter ever. So, yeah, not fun. It's actually why I haven't touched upon the series. But, I read up on like some facts, I look up some information, and, I do learn a few things. Although, I'm worried for the sake of Totally Not Mark that he doesn't fall into the trap of like, no, I feel so sad there's no more Hunter x Hunter coming out anymore. Seriously, that's why the series is so divisive in Japan. It has a lot of fans, but they're all clamoring at the teeth for, wanting another chapter. And sadly, it's going to be a while until they actually, get it. Oh boy. This is going to be a long day. I know the phrase "it's going to be a long day" is used for granted a lot, but trust me, this is going to be a very long day for me. I can just feel it. It doesn't help the fact it's kind of cool out right now. It also doesn't help the fact that, I do kind of miss my mom because she just safely landed in Vegas yesterday. At least, I hope she did. She wanted to call my father, and from the sound of it, it appeared as if she was okay. But, yeah. Any longer doing this, I'm going to start falling asleep on camera. So, yeah, sorry if I'm sort of ending this on a bit of a sourish note, but I need to get some rest. I'm sorry. I need rest, and I need some now. Like, share, subscribe, and follow me on social platforms. Trying to get on YouTube. I'm very humble in this video for all you guys watching. Enjoy for me. Hopefully, you have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to channel, we'll be here to let you know. I'll tell you back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.